Welcome to the deep dive. You brought in some really intriguing research on fermented foods today.
Yeah, absolutely.
And our mission, really, is to uncover how these, well, ancient staples can have such a profound impact on our modern health.
Exactly. We're going to show how fermentation isn't, just about preserving food.
Right.
It's this dynamic biotransformation. It actively creates new health compounds, boosts nutrient availability. It really fundamentally changes the food itself for the better.
Okay, let's unpack this then. The history alone is pretty fascinating.
It really is.
We're talking about a process, basically controlled microbial growth that goes back, what, maybe 13,000 years?
Yeah, astonishing, isn't it? That beer gruel residue in ancient Israel.
Incredible. Just imagine stumbling upon that. Purely by accident, probably.
He must have been a huge discovery back then, a culinary revolution, like you said.
So ancient, but then science caught up. Louis Pasteur, right?
Right, 1856. He really advanced our understanding, linking yeast to fermentation. And it hammered home that this is way more than just storage. It transforms things, makes bitter olives edible, for instance,
Right.
and massively enhances nutrition. If you're looking for these benefits, always check the label for live and active cultures. That's key.
Okay, history covered. But the real power, you mentioned, is in the gut.
Mm-hmm.
For someone just seeing probiotics on a label, how exactly are these foods a direct delivery system? For something like lactobacillus, what's happening there?
It's pretty direct, actually. These foods are packed with beneficial microbes like lactobacillus. They basically take up residence in your gut,
Okay.
and they help balance your microbiome. An imbalance isn't just uncomfortable. It's now strongly linked to big things like obesity, even asthma.
Wow.
And here's something really cool. They neutralize anti-nutrients, things like phytic acid.
Phytic acid, right. I've heard of that.
Yeah, think of it like a little thief grabbing onto minerals, iron, zinc, calcium. Fermentation stops it.
Oh.
So you actually absorb more of those vital nutrients from your food. It also helps explain why some people with lactose intolerance do better with fermented dairy,
Interesting.
why it can help restore gut health after antibiotics, and even offer support for things like IBD or IBS.
That gut connection is just huge.
Yeah.
But then, how does that microscopic world affect something like our mental well-being? Seems like a big leap.
It does, but it's a crucial link. Your gut is often called your second brain, and for good reason.
Right.
Around 90% of your serotonin, maybe 50% of your dopamine, those key feel-good chemicals, they're made in the gut.
90%. That's incredible.
It is, and specific strains like lactobacillus seem to help reduce anxiety and depression, possibly by fighting neuroinflammation. There are even studies showing probiotics boosted BDNF, that's brain-derived neurotrophic factor.
Like brain fertilizer.
Exactly, essential for growth and repair. They saw boosts even in Alzheimer's patients.
That's a really powerful connection. Okay, what about, say, heart health and weight? Does the gut still play that central role?
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Its influence is systemic. Fermented foods can support healthy blood pressure, cholesterol levels. They improve insulin sensitivity, too, all foundational for metabolic health. And for weight management, yeah, they can influence how fat is synthesized, modulate appetite hormones, and critically shift your gut microbiome towards a profile that encourages better metabolism and energy balance. It's all connected, a real holistic effect.
Okay, so profound benefits, but are there any cautions? Anything we need to be aware of before, diving headfirst into kimchi?
Definitely worth mentioning. Be aware of biogenic amines, like histamine.
Histamine, like in allergies.
Sort of. They form naturally during fermentation. Some people are sensitive, similar to reactions some get from aged cheese or red wine.
Okay, good to know.
Also, you might get some initial gas or bloating when you first introduce them. That's usually temporary as your gut adjusts. And check the sodium content on some products. It can be high. And of course, if you're immunocompromised, pregnant, or have existing health conditions, it's always, always best practice to check with a healthcare professional first.
Makes sense.
The key takeaways are really start small, try different types, and listen to your body.
Right. Well, we've certainly taken a fascinating deep dive today. Ancient fermentation offering, pretty cutting-edge health benefits. Digestion, mood, metabolism. It covers a lot.
It's truly remarkable, isn't it, how these age-old microbial processes offer such a holistic pathway to well-being today.
So the final thought for you listening. What does this all mean for you? How might just a small, mindful step adding some fermented foods change that fundamental conversation your gut is having with the rest of your body? It could potentially lead to quite a profound shift, in your overall health and just how you feel day to day.